Alright, we're back again. The motor is essentially complete. Now I'm still going to spray a bit of semi-gloss just to take back from the chrome a little bit. I think, I'm still, I mean, you've heard me do this 1,000 times. I talk about, what I think I might do or what I want to do or what might look right, and so 9 times out of 10 it's something different, but this is how I do it. We kind of talk our way through things, kind of live with a thing for a couple of hours or days. At any rate, we'll call it the engine complete. All the ignition wiring is in, and it's on to the interior next step. So in this one, I'm going to be using the embossing powder on the carpet, but I like to have the same color as the embossing powder underneath. I'm not going to put the embossing powder obviously over this white. It probably wouldn't have a good effect, and I don't want to do it over green or necessarily tan. So I think what I'll need to do is spray this whole piece with a kind of a darker brown overall, and then we'll mask that off, get the seats done in tan color, and I think this is all behind the dash, so I don't think it matters what this ends up being color wise. Same with this rear deck area. I think most of this disappears under the body panel at the rear of the cockpit there. Pretty close anyway. So what I'll probably do is just mask this off entirely so it leaves a clean glue surface. We'll do that before we paint the dark brown. So I'm thinking, I was thinking, this is the body color, by the way. This is, to me, is racing green, or British racing green. It doesn't say British racing green, but that's what that is. And it's a gloss color. I got plenty of it. I think the top, however, is going to be racing white. I think that'll look good. I think all in green would probably be a bombardment, but I think if I do that in the racing, in the what do I call that? Yeah, racing white, we'll end up with a nice effect, especially with a little bit of chrome accent here. This will be painted in a probably chrome or stainless, and then so we have the porthole surrounds in chrome or stainless. This is stainless. This slight surround that goes all the way around the top will be stainless or chrome, and then the proper top itself will be racing white against the British racing green. So that brings us back to the color of this seat and dash. So I was leaning towards having the top of the dash and the dash padding here be racing green, but looking at photos of Jaguars, it's always the interior color, not the exterior color. The face sheet here is going to be in the stainless steel or chrome or polished aluminum, and then the lower trim would either be, depending on what the top is, either green or tan. And the seats, I was thinking of doing pale green, so not quite exactly a Jaguar tone, but this color on the inserts and the tan going everywhere else, the leather appearance being everywhere else, with this pale green in here kind of offsetting or complementing the exterior color without being overbearing. I didn't want, in other words, I don't want racing green in here anywhere, I don't think. So that would tend to indicate that this should probably be tan. I'm going to take a few more take a look at a few more pictures and see between Jaguar and Ford and just see what that looks like. And we might do the Ford thing, you know, remains to be seen. And then there's the door cards, the door inserts, go on like so. And then this raised panel lines up with this raised detail on these, so they have to go in. These parts 11 and 12, side panel it's called. They glue in here, and they tie in this armrest line to the dash somehow. Right? Either, oh no, not this line. They tie in this line up here to the dash. Right there. Yeah, forgive me. Not the armrest, the roll top of the door, the steel roll top of the door. So this would most likely be body color, the racing green up here. And again, we're getting tricky because now we're talking about the dash panel padding again. So if this is going to be green, that would mean racing green. That would mean the top of the dash and the dash padding would have to be that color. If it's going to be the leather tan color, then that's what this would be up here. So I got a little thinking to do here. We want to make it look right, no matter who it's for and what the purpose is and all that. You want to try and get things, you know, to the right side of being right and having rightness without being over the top. Anyway, I'm going to think about this while I fit this top with that friction fitting I was talking about with the solder and the posts and the whatnot. So that's going to be our next step, working on that. Thought you might want to see the motor done. Yeah, I haven't done the pulley and alternator just yet, but that's minor. That's a last detail. Alright, anyways, that's enough probably for this video. When we come back, I'll be working on that top. I'll show you, you know, how I'm going to try and get that done. Not going to do it at this moment, but we'll come back with a video, and we'll see you again soon.